Well, do you know what compost is? Well, if you don't now, you're probably going to learn soon enough, because it's part of the ecology and green thing that's happening in our country and everywhere else, that we can recycle stuff and make things better in the world. So the compost, like all that stuff you put down in the garbage disposal and the extra food and everything, that's great for gardens, and things will grow instead of throwing it away and clogging up the sewers and all this kind of stuff. So what they're doing now in many cities, they make you save that and put it away, so then the county or the city picks it up and uses it as fertilizer, so we could grow more food for you to make more compost. And they, well, here's some young guys who figured out a way that's a nice way to save that compost. See, it's because you're dealing with old food and stuff like that, that take it out and everything's yucky and it's hard to clean and everything. And they knew nothing about this before they started, and now they just started. They're selling hundreds and hundreds of these things on the internet and getting like $20,000 to do this, just out of the model they built. And more importantly, they had no idea how to make this model. They had no idea. These are young guys who work at a university laboratory or something like that. They knew nothing about business, knew nothing about making a model, and they figured it out. They were telling me how they didn't know anything. They just went out, figured it out, got it together, put it on the internet, and now are raising $25,000 for their idea. And more importantly, people are coming to them. People already now want this thing in the stores and everything. They haven't made any yet. All they have is a sample that they put together. And now they see themselves as huge distributors of this all over the country, and then the food stores and the whatever the stores would carry this kind of thing. But big national chains are talking to them already, and all they have is one of these things, and that's it. But they're figuring it out as they go. See, it takes no magic in life. Most of us could figure out anything. I mean, it takes. I really feel 90% of us could do 99% of the jobs in this country. It's just a matter of doing it and getting out there and trying. So watch this interview and learn how these young guys did this. Well, Morgan Wyatt. I love the name Morgan. My first son is Morgan. And actually, he's into organic farming. But you're a chemist, a PhD in chemical biology, and you invented something that you thought the world already had and they didn't need you. And you invented something called Green Lid, which is a compost container, that you keep right on your kitchen table almost. But it's wonderful, and you're on Kickstarter and trying to raise money, and you raised $3,000 in the first day for something that you thought everybody had, but they don't. How did you become so brilliant outside of chemical biology? Huh?
Well, we just had this problem, I guess, with collecting organic waste, especially up in Canada. That was super messy, and no one really wanted to do it, but they are kind of forced to by the different states.
The government made you do it, huh?
Yes, that's it. And we just knew there was a cleaner alternative, and that's where we came up with the Green Lid.
I see. So now, right now, because in the States we don't do a lot of it. I mean, a lot of people are doing it individually, and we don't have a lot of municipalities yet that are forcing us to do it, but I guess they will soon, and the sooner the better. And so you have this organic container that is leak-proof and everything, and you keep it in your kitchen, and it looks attractive with this lid you have on it.
Yeah, it's pretty great. We think it looks pretty good, and the great thing about the container is just the whole thing is compostable. So you just start with a new fresh container every time, and you don't have to worry about that mess of composting anymore.
So in other words, you have this container, you fill it up with all your scrap food, right? And you have this, it looks like a work of art in your kitchen because of the lid. And then when you're finished, it's filled up. You take the plastic lid off, you wash it in your dishwasher, and put a compostable lid on it, right? Put it in your compost pile, or put it, for your municipality to pick up, and you're done, right?
Exactly.
Right, and these things are so cheap you can get in on this. Like for $30, you get a couple months worth of this stuff. And you're helping everybody, your city, your life, your garden, your Everything. But you're in chemical biology. What the hell did you know about manufacturing a container to do this?
Well, not much. I guess I learned a lot along the way, and the whole process of designing it and finding the manufacturer for it and getting the prototypes made. It's kind of a process that you just kind of have to get into and then kind of learn along the way.
So it's a puzzle you just figured out by following your nose and fishing around
just kind
at
of
it?
step by step. We're going to need a lid. We're going to need the container made. Where are we going to go for those?
So you just ask the questions and you search for an answer and it pops up and people help you, right?
Yeah.
So you didn't have to know anything about manufacturing a container beforehand or anything about distributing this stuff or anything. You just decided to do it and you made it and you already have what, 10, 12,000 bucks in your kitty. You got another 2 weeks or so to go. And
yeah, we're on our way to reach our goal of 25,000. So hopefully we can make it there.
That's amazing. Yeah. But you're saying now the big, at least in Canada, I mean, you have big department stores and chain stores interested in carrying this already.
Oh yeah, because it's just something completely new. There's compostable bags that some people use, but they tend to leak or start to degrade in the actual buckets themselves here. And this is just like a whole new category. So people love the idea, and it's probably going to catch on, I think, across Canada for sure.
So are you sorry that you studied chemical biology for so long? What, you found it was so easy to make money like this?
Well, it's chemical biology is like really fun. Like I've been enjoying myself doing research, and I'm carrying on with that. This is just which I thought was pretty fun, and just the product development side was interesting. And I've had a bunch of ideas about various things with my research as well as other products, and I just thought we could do this pretty easily, and here we are.
And you did it. So this will just be a side income for you to help your gambling addiction or whatever the heck you got.
We'll see how it goes. It may have to become a little bit more as we go on, but I think for now, I'm doing both. I'm in the laboratory right now doing my science here at McMaster University, and also monitoring all our Greenlid backers on Kickstarter.
That sounds more exciting because you get faster feedback.
Yeah.
I mean, you get $3,000 in the first day on this stuff, and then when you have it done, then you're looking at a national distribution, maybe in the States soon, and everything with a product that's really needed. You're going to help people. You're going to help the environment and municipalities and everybody in the whole chain, and
it's really a product for everyone, which is great.
Yeah. That's terrific. But you have your website now. To find out about it is thegreenlid.ca, right?
Yep.
And so people can go there and even order, as little as $30 to get a big supply of these things, and because now you could be the first one on your block, on your city or whatever to have this before you get distribution. And when are you going to start, manufacturing to send them out?
Well, we're going to be we're going to get the molds made for it right after the Kickstarter finished, because we need 2 molds, one for the lid and one for the container. I see. And then we've already got it lined up with them because they're working on our prototype molds right now. And then it should be fairly quickly afterwards. And we're going to have them available online for people that have already ordered or want them as well. But we're really hoping people want to invest early and get this kind of deal on Greenlids early on.
Well, this is the time to get it. Be the first. And really help you, because you're solving a problem that none of the big guys really even realized there was a problem yet. And it takes creative people and individuals like you to do that, and people with no knowledge of what the hell they're doing to be able to do it, right? Well, North America is a great place for that, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, solving problems people didn't really know they had, I suppose.
Right. Well, that's one. And also, being clever enough to find the answer, and you didn't need a PhD in container making, You just went out and did it. Well, thank you for doing it, Morgan, and thanks for having that name.
Thank you.
And said it's thegreenlid.ca, not com, but CA for Canada, right?
Yep, and you can find us also on Kickstarter as well right now.
Kickstarter, right. But you could get to Kickstarter through...
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, right, great. Oh, wonderful. Thank you again, Morgan, and good luck with your eating disorder. Okay, you ready to make money out of your yucky old scraps from the table? Well, they did it, so you must have an idea somewhere.